I'm ready. I'm ready to kill Malthael. I will say though that I feel like Malthael hasn't really been all that pervasive in this act. Not even as much as Belial or Asmodan were in previous parts of this game. Felt like they were much more active, much more involved in what was going on around me. And they would taunt me. Malthael is just kind of hiding in the back right now. Sure, I can go talk to the Soul Stone and have him taunt me again, but that's not really what I want. You know, I want my boss to kind of be there to egg me on, and I don't feel that Malthael is doing a good job of that. Of course, you know, what reason does he have to do it? But damn it, I want him here. It seems like, you know, how long have we been searching for Adria? And nobody's really said anything about Malthael in a long time. Other than, well, you're gonna have to go find him, so go talk to Adria. Urzael has been much more active in what we have been doing to this point. Much more. So, you know, I hesitate to say that Urzael is therefore a better villain than Malthael, but at least I recognize that he's definitely a guy that I need to deal with, where Malthael, I know I need to deal with him, of course, but it's not really in the forefront of my mind. It's something that I can easily forget about if I don't think about it. You know, every time I boot up the game, and there have been entire times when I've booted up the game and Malthael doesn't make an appearance. And considering that this is a style of game where really all you're doing is going to the end of the dungeon and defeating the boss. That's the primary goal. You want the boss to be forefront in your mind a lot of the time. Instead, we're kind of exploring Nephilim ruins here. Which, don't get me wrong, I like, but I feel like there should be a better reason to head in here than just because this is eventually going to lead us to Adria, which will eventually lead us to Malthael. Shouldn't there be something here? Like, I don't know, maybe there's some hidden device here that will take down one of Malthael's shields or something. You know, whatever plot MacGuffin you want to put in. Oh, maybe I'm thinking too much. That tends to happen in this game. But I'm just fighting the same things over and over again. Ancient armament. Nothing. Nothing. But we do have more Testament of Arrakis.
Years on, the barbarians remain unconquered, and I am a man grown old and frail.
Wait, he fought the
My life has seen
barbarians?
the founding of Westmarch and the discovery of the Nephilim ruins, but still the deeper secrets elude me. I leave the task to my son, in whose blood shall carry forth the line of Nephilim kings.
So Arrakis was a Nephilim? Am I missing? I feel like I'm not getting the full story here. And I know I'm not skipping anything. Oh, we got to spare the unyielding.
Back to hell, dog.
Let's just go in there. Start doing some damage. Come on. Do as much as I can. While I'm still Super Saiyan. It's almost gone. There it goes. You can see me slow down a little bit when that wears off. God, nightmarish. Always nightmarish. Is it Horde too? Yeah, it's Horde. That's why there's so many of them. Hey, Enchantress, nice to have you back. I'm killing things here. No, get back in there. No, come on, stomp. Get down and hit this guy. I don't think he is a shaman. Enchantress is gonna go down again because I'm not aggroing everybody. One guy is loose. Therefore, she needs to die, apparently. Stop fucking nightmaring me. Come on, that should finish him off here. No, we were so close. Got more HP than I think. Down he finally goes. I don't even get anything all that great. Hey, she lived. She lived through that. Good for her. Hey, I killed somebody with the environment. Here, give me the pool of reflection. I don't know. I'm still not done with the game, so I can really only give my thoughts so far. A knowledge maelstrom. I will smack you in the head until you learn by damn osmosis. Stop. Will you fucking stop? You're such a dick. Like, is that... Oh, apparently we poisoned him or something because he died off wherever he died. Yeah, give me all that bonus experience. Look how close I am to max level. That's ridiculous. And then I can continue to raise my stats using the Paragon level system, which I'm still not entirely sure I like all that much. It's just strange. How close? Yeah, I've fully explored everything. Okay. Let's say, did I miss something? I don't remember there being a turn before. Here's our first turn of the game. So let's see what we got over on this side. Oh, almost missed that. Good thing I checked. I'll scrap that later. You need as many scraps as you can find. Therefore, you can use them and then kind of salvage those for more parts. I kind of want to get them in here so that I can do this thing. It's actually very powerful. It's actually useful. Actually useful. Oh dear God, so many things. Oh, so many things. The updates to the battling, I don't, I obviously can't speak for every class. I can only speak for the barbarian here. But they're decent. Avalanche is very useful. That's the only real thing that I have changed so far. Some of the passives are intriguing, but I don't think they're going to work long term. I do find it weird that my class is somehow the tank and not much more than that. I mean, I understand why a barbarian would be a tank, but in a game that is, I would say, predominantly single player, there's definitely co-op in this game, but really this feels like a game that is kind of designed single player and then co-op is kind of extra. You know what I mean? It feels like a lot of this game's design was built around the story and getting through the dungeons, and then, what was done after that, it just kind of fluff. It's good fluff, don't get me wrong. I like my hamburgers with cheese, but it's definitely secondary based on what I've seen to the single player part of this game. So for it to be single player and to have roles like a tank and a DPS is a little weird. They kind of phrase it as style, right? That's a play style. You play as a barbarian, kind of like as a style, but really when you're talking about the biggest, bulkiest guy that you can choose, you kind of expect a lot of physical damage, and that doesn't seem to be what I'm getting. And I only know that because I played with Barnacross, and yeah, he still does more damage than me. I'm very close to 10 levels higher than him, and he still does not even a little bit more damage than me. He's doing 5 times more damage than I am, routinely. like it was nothing. That's not nothing. That's not play style. You know, those are defined roles in RPGs right there. You know, I've had healers that did better than that. All right, let me step away from that for a bit. There was too much arcane going on right there. But you know what I mean? Like, why can he do so much damage? Oh, two-handed mighty weapon. That could be useful for the sorceress. Probably not going to be something that I want, though. Right, I find it weird that there are roles in this game, and they seem to be pretty clearly defined, despite the fact that I would consider this a single-player game. You know, it's not like there's a set party of 5 that we're going through the game with, or party of 3 or whatever. All right, let's take a look at it. I always look at these. What's the point of Kane's book? I'm just gonna look at it as soon as I pick it up. Holy crap! Look how much poison damage I do. So much more to strength. Reduces cooldown of all skills by 9%. Ancient Spear. I've never been a big fan of that anyway. Stuns enemies for 2 seconds the first time you hit them. It's actually pretty damn good. The storm of demonic destruction that thundered towards the gate of Haragoth was held back for what seemed like ages by a lone barbarian wielding this immense weapon. But even the mightiest of warriors will tire and eventually fall. And such was the case with this nameless hero. Madoc's sorrow was thought lost in the destruction of the sacred mountain, but has recently resurfaced intact. So it is definitely something worth looking into, but I have a feeling that me not being able to heal is going to be a big deal. Yeah, let's try it out for a little bit here. Let's try it. Holy crap, that's actually better. No. Alright, we'll do that, and then we'll put those there. Okay, we'll see how well I do with this baby. Go! Yeah, there's still this guy left. Am I frozen already? Like, as soon as I started? I can't even see him. Am I even doing all that much more damage? It doesn't feel like it. Let's drop that. Yeah, I attack so much more slowly here.
I have been hit.
Whoa, yeah, I need that healing. That, like, 40% decrease in healing is going to be a big deal. It attacks so slow. Maybe that's why everybody goes for Frenzy. But, yeah, no, at the end of the day, give me that. Just give me that. I like my two-handed weapons. Well, sorry, two weapons, one in each hand. The two-handed weapons, no, they're slow. They do more damage, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, felt like my attack speed went down by 40%. And I was doing roughly double the damage with each hit, so it turned out to be the same. Like I said, I don't have numbers for this at all. Just based purely on what I felt, which you guys just saw. So if you guys saw something different than I did, let me know. But it did not look worthwhile to me to try to use. Looks like I'm doing so much better with this setup. But it was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. Damn it, like so many... The phantoms are so damn annoying. They show up after the fight's done. They just kind of run after a while. And then there's like nothing you can do to get them back. Okay. Like, where exactly am I going here? It's starting to feel like they're just trying to come up with reasons to extend the act right now. I think that's one of the issues that I'm having with this part of the game. It's not necessarily that it's so long, it's that it's so long And it doesn't feel like I'm accomplishing anything. I don't feel like I am progressing at all. I'm finding a thing to find a thing to find a thing. Hey, attack speed bonus. I actually got 6 in that blow. I will take that one. Oh, 25%. So good. There we go. I got a couple achievements there. Above and beyond. What's raise your weapon? Oh, let's just get it with a barbarian. Okay, new skill slot available. Alright, I forgot which one I actually wanted. Earthquake, Call the Ancients, Wrath of the Berserker. 30 seconds on that's not too bad. I didn't like that one too much. That's not going to be useful for me.
I can understand why Rakas became obsessed with the ancient Nephilim.
Quiet you. I think we're going to go with that. Let's be a little bit tankier. Why not? I know I said I was going to do that, but that seems so much more useful for me. The more that I look about it, the less that I actually liked in terms of this kind of frenzy. Well, if you kill a whole bunch of shit, then you can kill more shit. Well, it doesn't last long. How often am I really fighting up against weak enemies and then struggling? You know, really, I'm thinking about bosses, and that's not going to be useful at all versus a boss unless Malthael has a whole bunch of sucky-ass minions along the way. I guess we're done with the Testament of Rakas, so it didn't answer nearly as much of my questions as I was hoping that it would. That's disappointing. I still don't really know why we're the awesome guy and nobody else is. If the World Stone busting is what kind of made the Nephilim spawn again, then why isn't everybody born after the World Stone was destroyed a super awesome guy like me? Especially with my character being in, I'm gonna go with probably 30s at least, probably 40s. You know, he was alive when the World Stone was going. Did he, like, become like an X-Men? Just one day he realized that he had superpowers, and then there was this awkward time where he had to learn how to use them. Just one day he morphed. He tried to kiss a girl and sucked all the life juice out of her. Is that how it happened? Probably not, because that's Rogue. But, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just confused by the whole thing, and I don't feel like they're giving me enough explanation for it. And I thought Rakas was going to give it to me. But instead he left me hanging and kind of implied that he was a Nephilim, which is definitely not something that I expected from that at all. That was the implication. Is it not close enough? That was the implication, that his whole line were Nephilim, but it didn't sound like the World Stone had been destroyed by the time he went over? I don't know, I'm a little confused on the timeline on that. Because at first I thought he was going to wage war with the Nephilim, then all of a sudden he's waging war with the barbarians that are keeping a hold of the World Stone. Very confusing to me. And it's probably just me. After all, I am a little busy when that stuff starts trying to talk to me. Thinking about other things. But I can't be the only one that's confused by it. It's just that the more that I look into it, the more questions that I have and the fewer answers that I'm getting. You know, what caused the Nephilim to come to show up? Oh, the World Stone. Aren't I too old for that? Shouldn't all the kids be Nephilim then? Should I recruit 5-year-olds to fight alongside me because they'll be the most powerful things in the universe? According to that logic, they'll be so much stronger than their adult parents. Why are the bandits in that we fight from time to time so powerful? Are they also Nephilim? These are all questions. Questions that I have because enemies take a long time to kill. Is there anything over here? Let's see if I can get him. I'm not gonna get him. Not gonna get him. And this is, we still haven't completed the first objective since I started. Now granted, I went through kind of a dungeon that I didn't need to go through because it spawned me at the start of the dungeon when I should have gone to the end through the waypoint. I always figure the town portal will take me further along than the waypoint will. Not this time though.
Your flesh is weak.
But I still haven't made it to the Great Hall. Like, technically I've been going for almost an hour here, 40 minutes. And I still haven't made it to the end of really the second dungeon, but really it's all the same dungeon. This is still the first dungeon. And we haven't made it through yet. And I should be slightly overpowered for this, you know what I mean? I only have it on Master, which I think is only like the third of 9 difficulties, give or take. You know, if you count all 6 torments as different difficulty levels. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I don't learn from my mistakes. Alright, looks like they want me to go up overall, so I will head the other way first. Hey, I killed monsters with the environment. What the? Carry key on? I have to notice the names of the weapons and stuff when they're on the ground, because as soon as I pick them up, I like no longer care. Yeah, looks like that is it for the Testament of Rakis. That is disappointing. Kind of left me on a cliffhanger. I'm sure it wasn't a cliffhanger for a lot of people, but for me, I still have questions. You know, up to this point, I was okay with it. You know, we were fighting Diablo when they weren't on, well, yeah, I say they. Really, yeah, we were fighting all the primevals when they weren't necessarily at their peak. Hey, we found the way forward. You know, Diablo 1, I'm not entirely sure why he was considered weak there, but, you know, we were able to fight him with our awesome superhero guy, and you didn't really question it too much, because you kind of knew in the back of your head that Diablo wasn't actually dead. Or at least I did. That was my impression playing the game. Even the first time through.